Lesson 3.5 on constructing parallel lines. Now there's going to be a bit of review here before we actually get to today's construction, but it's all necessary to help you understand why today's construction works. Now how do we know when lines are parallel? So if we're given two lines cut by transversal, there are three ways to know that these lines are parallel. One way to know is if their alternate and if their corresponding angles are congruent, or if their alternate interior angles are congruent, or if their alternate exterior angles are congruent. If we know that any pairing of corresponding angles, alternate interior angles, or alternate exterior angles are congruent when there are two lines cut by a transversal, then we can conclude that the lines are parallel. Now, in addition, we're also going to have to recollect for today's lesson our angle construction. So also as a quick review, how to construct an angle. When we're given an angle, say angle CAB as shown below, to construct that angle, we first need to use our straight edge to draw a generic line, then plot a point somewhere on this line that we will use for our vertex, then placing our compass on point A, the vertex of our original angle, we make a sweep across the angle. Keeping the same gap in our compass, we will then copy this arc onto our what will soon be our new angle by pivoting on D and making the same arc sweep with the same length in our compass. Step number 5 involves taking our compass and measuring the length across the arc from edge to edge on our original angle. And we draw a small arc there to make sure that we have the exact correct length that we're going to apply to our new angle. Step number 6, place our compass on the point where our arc met the generic line and make the same arc sweep above so that we can find a point of intersection between the two arcs. Step 7, using your straight edge, draw a line or a ray from point D through the intersection of the two arcs. Now, on to today's lesson, constructing parallel lines, construction number 6. The premise for this construction is that you will be given a line and a point not on the line. Now to construct parallel lines, what we need to do first is using a straight edge, draw a transversal through a point on the line and extend it beyond point C. Make sure though that it does pass through point C. Now, we're going to follow through with constructing an angle, currently angle A, and we're going to construct it onto point C. So we'll start with the arc sweeps across C and across what will soon be across A, and then what will soon be across our newly formed angle C. Then we need to find the distance across the arc. So pivoting our compass across our original arc, we'll find that distance, and then we're going to apply that distance by pivoting our compass on where the second arc meets the transversal and making the same arc sweep. Once we copy this distance onto the new angle, albeit in a slightly different way than we did in construction number 2, we will find a second point through which we can draw a parallel line. So, through C and the point where these two arcs intersect, we will draw our parallel line. Thus concludes today's lesson.